During our visits to farms, the Shamba Shape-Up team have seen the many difficulties farmers face throughout Kenya. Many of the farmers are telling us that most of their problems are because the weather is so unpredictable.
The climate is changing, so now the planting season is uncertain. Rains come or don't come. They are too heavy, too light, or too late, causing many problems for farmers.
In this episode, we want to give farmers the help and knowledge they need to adapt their farming methods, increase their income, and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes. Now, farmers, do you know when it's the right time to plant your maize, beans, potatoes, or vegetables? The weather patterns have changed. Sometimes you've planted your seeds and the rains fall short. There is too much of it, or they don't come at all. You really need to know when the rains will begin and when to start planting.
This season, the Shamba Shape-Up team will support you to plant according to the rains so you can have a better harvest and better income and more food for the family.
We are starting a competition across the country. All you have to do is guess when the rains will start in one of these counties, and you can win up to 100,000 shillings per county.
Stay tuned to find out more. As we were working on Shamba Shape-Up, we discovered that scientists have found some great solutions to address your problems. As the climate changes, leading to unpredictable weather, we all have to learn how to be more efficient and productive. That means adapting to climate change so we can make it through the long dry seasons or the flooding, both of which are expected to increase as the climate continues to change.
We have found some very good methods for farmers to use to help them adapt to all these changes in the weather and land around them.
Before growing any crops, it's important to find out how healthy your soil is. Then you know what fertilizers you need to use and if the soil needs liming. Getting the right balance of nutrients in the soil can make the difference between getting a poor harvest and a very good harvest.
First, we travel back to Bomet County to meet this beautiful couple.
We are with Peter and Ruth, a young farming family who have 6 children. The 3 oldest children are at school and the youngest is just 1 year old.
Do you remember them?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow, Tony.
5.
Why are they so small?
I know Peter didn't get a very good harvest.
Gosh. Peter,
Yes?
would you like potatoes like this?
Hey, of course, yes. Oh, yes, they look good.
They are
Peter,
good.
let's go meet an expert and make sure your potatoes look like these ones. All right, let's go. Thank you.
After Peter has done his soil tests, he still needs to learn how to manage his soil. We have called in John Mukalama, an expert from SIAT, to give Peter some much-needed advice.
As you know, we have in Kenya this soil erosion, taking all our good soils from our farms because we don't manage them quite well. They go and pollute the rivers. So people who are depending on that for water use, they are getting poor quality water. And that is why we are saying we have to focus so much on our soil because we depend on it for our livelihoods.
What are the solutions?
One of the issues is that we have to go in for soil erosion control, especially when we are looking at the landscape management. We start on farm. You will find the upper part of the farm is more fertile because farmers can easily use organics and mineral fertilizer because of the distance from the household. All farmers have to know the knowledge on how to manage their soils. And that will be a collective responsibility for the community so that some of the soils that are running to pollute the rivers are not doing that. And then we can be able to retain that soil in the place where it is supposed to be.
To stop soil being taken by water or wind, you need to make terraces or contours to hold the soil where it is. When soil is washed away, it pollutes rivers, lakes and dams, so that people cannot use the water there anymore. So you're saying one farmer can affect the community at large?
I can give you an example. If a farmer had upstream striga weed seeds, if it is carried through the surface runoff, it is going to impact on the neighbor, so that he has again another infestation of striga on the farm, which eventually reduces on crop yield.
And looking at our farmer's Shamba, do you think he has managed his resources well?
He's trying his level best, but I think he is not yet up to the management that is required. We could focus on declining soil fertility problems. Within even the farm, we have all this soil variability. Fields that are very close to the household, they usually tend to have more inputs than the fields that are very distant. One example, the soils that are very far and which have problems like this one, you'll find there is less organic matter content in it. It's a bit sandy and also loose in that there is no stickiness. But the ones which are with organic material, it is sticky, which means they hold more water, which can be used for the plants to pick up the nutrients from the soils very faster, and that one will result into higher yields. Unlike this one, because of the texture, less organic matter and less mineral nutrients, you find the productivity is always low.
But he can do better?
Definitely, and he has now to focus on the lower fields. And this one he has now to bring more of the organics down. He has also to bring more of the mineral fertilizers down, and he has to do a bit of residue retention more downwards here. Like the maize stover, all the crops that after harvest, you should be able to leave it and plow it in so that we have more organic matter into the soil.
Now, Peter and John, I can see you're both holding maize stalks. Where did you get this one from?
This one, I got it from this lower part.
It's still in your Shamba?
It is in my Shamba.
And that one?
It's also my Shamba, but the upper side of the land.
This is explained. The field which is very close to the farm has all those components. And even in terms of water retention, it is high, so that nutrients can be picked up by the crop, and then you have better yields. There you will get less than a ton per hectare. Here you will get about 6 to 7 tons.
Wow. Peter's maize is healthy and tall near his house because he has been putting all the manure on the soil near his cow shed. He needs to put more manure on the lower fields where the soils are poorer to get his crops to grow evenly so he can get a good harvest from all his fields.
What can I do? Can I carry this manure up from there to this place?
You have to do your farm plan well. You don't have to waste more resources there. You now spread the ones with the less resources. I know there will be labor involved, but the yields that will be able to come out will be able to cover that. So you need to transport that farmyard manure and also mineral fertilizer.
They also have half an acre of potatoes that could be doing much, much better. An expert from Lackland has come to look at the potatoes and tell Peter how to get better yields. Peter has been getting this size of potato. Peter, is that true?
It is very true.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me very discouraged.
Discouraged.
Very discouraged.
Mary, why do you think this is happening?
That is happening because farmers like Peter has not put in place all the practices that a farmer should do in the farm to improve his production.
Some of the practices that farmers should do to improve their potato production include good land preparation, using certified seed, weeding after first month, earthing or healing, which is bringing soil towards the potatoes to give it more space for growth, and use crop rotation. On your prepared potato field, dig furrows 25 centimeters deep and 75 centimeters apart. Mix either NPK or DAP fertilizer with black magic according to the soil test results. Sprinkle the mixture along the furrow and mix with the soil. Plant the seeds 30 centimeters apart and 10 centimeters deep with the sprouts facing up. So Peter, what have you learned so far?
I've learned a lot. One, how to plant these potato seeds.
That's great.
Water is precious and is expected to become even more scarce in the future if it's not well managed. We now travel to Mudhiga to meet Regina, who had a problem with her water storage.
Wow, this is a lot of waste of water. Yeah. This stuff is not working at all. Yeah. Karis! Yes, sir. There's a lot of water being wasted. Karis?
Yes, sir.
Ah, this is terrible. Have you noticed that? Yeah, maybe you could get in a new tap. Okay. Because she's just wasting lots and lots of water.
Yeah.
Then again, as you can see, the guttering is not quite right.
Okay.
You should always fix a leaking tap. In the long run, you will save water you have harvested that can be used for your livestock and domestic use.
Also, make sure your gutters are all fixed and in good working condition, and that your water taps are tight and working well. Using captured rainwater for drip irrigation is a very efficient way to water your plants. It's time to see if Karis has managed to fix the water harvesting problems. The tap is fixed and the guttering. And the water tank has been coated with a special paint to stop it from rusting. Good. Regina,
Yes,
what do you think?
marvelous.
Uh-huh.
It is very.
It looks different from before.
Yes, because you have paint there.
Mhm. And you can see that pipe goes all the way right up to the
Yes.
tank here.
Yeah,
As you can see, it's painted,
it is painted.
so it is not rust.
Uh,
You remember how it was looking like before?
yes, it was like something which is biting the.
Yeah,
The
it was like
mabati.
something was biting on
Biting
it.
the mabati.
It was rusting.
Yeah.
Now using this paint, no more rust. Hey, remember, we are starting a competition across the country. All you have to do is guess when the rains will start in one of these counties, and you can win up to 100,000 shillings per county. Now, let us find out where some farmers get their weather information from. Victoria,
Yeah.
let's talk about rainfall here. How has it been?
For now,
Yes.
it's good. It's raining cats and dogs. Yeah, but there are some times whereby there is no rain at all. Yeah.
And maybe if I should ask the seasonal rains, you used to always know that it was going to rain at a particular time.
Yeah.
Is that the pattern now?
No, it has changed. For now, there are some things which happened there before, but for now, they are recent. There was some small things called menzai. When they start coming down and up, we knew it will rain. But for now, there is no those things. And also, there were shrines, madembo. People were gathering together and they slaughter a cow. And after that, they were chased from those madembo by rain. So madembo was also a sign. But now, nothing like that.
So what other signs are there?
Birds.
Birds?
Yeah.
Is that why you're reading this book?
Yeah. I'm reading Birds of Africa.
This is very, very fascinating
Looking
book.
beautiful already.
Photographs here. So which is that bird you're telling us?
This bird in Kikamba, we call it Evutavutelia.
Huh?
Evutavutelia.
Say it.
No, you say it.
No, Tony, say it.
Evutavutelia.
Yeah.
I just know it in Latin. It's called Centroposa sepadilnaceus.
Oh, Tony, stop
Yes,
now.
yes.
When it starts saying hoo, 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 we knew it will rain.
That one.
Yeah.
It's not a dog.
No. Yeah.
Then you know it's going to rain.
Yeah.
And that is Centroposa sepadilnaceus.
No,
Do you know it,
No,
Carol?
I don't know it, but now I know how it looks like.
How does it go? How does it go? No. Is it like that or who? Who is doing it better? Who is doing it better? Who?
Ah.
Yes! I always win.
All right. Thank you.
I have an umbrella to protect myself from the sun and the heat.
And I have my umbrella just in case it rains.
It's not going to rain. It's hot.
I was told it's going to rain.
No.
Now, farmers, do you know when it's the right time to plant your maize, beans, potatoes, or vegetables? The weather patterns have changed. Sometimes you've planted your seeds and the rains fall short. There is too much of it, or they don't come at all. You really need to know when the rains will begin and when to start planting.
This season, the Shamba Shape Up team will support you to plant according to the rains so you can have a better harvest and better income and more food for the family.
We are starting a competition across the country. All you have to do is guess when the rains will start in one of these counties, and you can win up to 100,000 shillings per county.
The start of the rains will be confirmed in real time using the newest technologies and verified by the CGIAR Center working with Calro.
This is how it works. On your basic phone or smartphone, dial *384 *888 222 hash and follow the USSD instructions. Or you can go to your web browser and type in www.rain.win. Fill in the basic details including name, location and phone number. Give us your best guess for when you think the rains will start, and done!
You can guess more dates by telling us more about your Shamba and how the weather has been affecting it lately.
We will send you advice on what seeds to plant, when to plant, how to manage your crop, and how to get better weather information in the future. Each county will be awarded 100,000 shillings. You could win it all or share it with other winners in your county. Sign up now and secure your chance to win this momentous prize. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to Shamba Shape Up, where we are looking at ways you can deal with the unpredictable weather. Good climate change adaptation means finding farming methods to help you make it through droughts and hard times caused by irregular weather.
In dryland areas, farmers need techniques for gathering water and improving the quality of their soil. Better soil means better crops. Planting the right kind of trees can help improve the soil, feed your animals, and stop floods from washing away your shamba.
We revisit the farm of Angela and Joseph to find out more.
So I hear you're the expert in harvesting water in dry areas?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I've been doing this one and assisting these farmers to harvest water in trenches. And
So-
I've come around to inspect this work of Joseph's that he has been doing and collecting water in trenches for the purpose of growing these fruit trees, especially that the rains are very little in this area.
Right.
Yes.
So what is your assessment? What did you think?
You can see he's harvesting water from the runoff there.
Right.
And then the water is being used for the purpose of growing and of these particular plants. So we encourage that the trenches be a bit wider, around 4 feet and maybe around 2 feet deep, so that we can collect a lot of water and a lot of silt, which the silt will add to soil fertility.
Right.
And the fertility will bring nutrient to these plants.
So all he has to do is just dig.
To enlarge the trench and dig a bit deeper to collect more water and more silt, which will form the fertility of this soil. You can see the soil is not very fertile.
Yeah, right.
And this kind of trees needs a lot of nutrients for development.
Well, Joseph, you've done very well, but you could do better with this new information.
Yeah, if I will try and widen the trenches.
Joseph and Mr. Benson get to work to widen the trenches in preparation for when the rains do come. This will benefit all the trees planted in the trenches. The fruit trees like oranges will do better with improved trenches. But Mr. Benson has some more useful advice for farmers in dryland areas. What do you have for us here?
Oh yes, I have these mud papas trees. We call them mud papas because they have several uses.
Right.
This is Grevillea. It's a very good plant, especially in this dry area. It is used as a shed, fuel wood. It is also supplies some feeds for animals, especially during prolonged drought. And it is also improves on soil fertility.
Right.
We also have this one. We call it Moringa oleifera. It is medicinal. It's vegetables. It also improves soil fertility because it is nitrogen fixing.
Right.
And it is also fodder for the animals, especially the pods. And again, we also have this one. We call this one Melia species. Very good for timber. It makes very wonderful furniture. It is drought resistant.
When do I need to plant these trees?
These trees are very good for you, especially this area. You can get firewood, you can get shade, you can also get some feed for your animals, and it can improve soil fertility, especially this your soil, which is not very fertile. It has some soil erosion control effect. And these trees do not need a lot of water. And bearing in mind this area is moisture stressed, we really need these mud papas trees. Again, they are also good for animal feeds, especially this one which we call Grevillea. The leaves are used to feed animals, especially at a time like this.
For planting trees, you need a hole which is 2 feet wide by 2 feet deep. Mix the topsoil with manure. Fill the pit and leave a gap at the top of about 6 inches. Water the soil in the pit. Dig a small hole to plant the tree. Don't forget to remove the plastic wrapping. Plant and surround with soil. Then water again to make sure the plant has lots of water.
How long will it take to be a big tree?
That's a good question.
And how will I be watering it?
If you want firewood, within 4 to 5 years to be ready for firewood and even good shade. But if you want it for timber, you'll wait a bit longer, maybe 6, 7 to 8 years. About watering, like now it is very dry. Water it after every 2 days.
So, check the tree every 2 days and give it enough water to keep it growing.
Another climate change adaptation technique which can help in low rainfall areas is planting sorghum, a drought-resistant crop which is ready for harvest in 3 to 4 months.
We are introducing some varieties of crops which can do well in this arid area. For example, if we use sorghum, it will do well in the short rains and will get enough yield with the short rain we are experiencing. We can also use manure and fertilizers in our soil to improve it.
You know, this type of new crops is introducing like many sorghum. We have forgotten how to plant it.
I can show you the right variety certified seed of sorghum and the methods used to plant and even marketing program.
Oh, great. Then let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Before planting, the land must be prepared. You can use a hoe or plow with oxen. Rows must be measured out at 75 centimeters. For every 2 meters, clear an area and make a line of soil between furrows to trap water. So what do you have for us here?
I have sorghum seed, which is certified by Karis,
right,
to enable good planting.
Right. For good crops, so you have to have certified seeds.
Yes.
So, and why sorghum?
Sorghum is good resistant to drought, and it takes short time to mature.
How much do I need to plant in an acre?
1 acre, we are supposed to use 4 kilos of sorghum.
I see you have everything is ready.
Yes.
So, show us how to plant this sorghum.
Okay.
Make the furrows along the rows. Add farmyard manure along the rows. Then plant the seeds on top of the row. Make small holes of 5 centimeters. Remember to always use a certified seed. The holes should be about 20 centimeters apart. Dig a line along the side of the furrows. Make sure the seeds are covered and sprinkle DAP fertilizer. This is done separately so as not to touch and burn the sorghum seeds as it will destroy them. Carefully fold over the soil. You will need approximately 4 kilograms of seeds per acre.
This planting needs to be done just before the onset of the rains. Germination takes about 5 days, and then the sorghum will mature after 90 to 100 days. Sorghum is drought resistant, provides food security for the family, and food for your animals.
These are just some of the techniques and methods we at Shamba Shape Up have found which can help you adapt to the changing weather and climate in your areas.
As we have seen, by becoming a more efficient and productive farmer, you'll be better able to get through the unpredictable weather and be well prepared.
You will have learned how to adapt to climate change and be a better, richer, and healthier farmer.
I have an umbrella to protect myself from the sun and the heat.
And I have my umbrella just in case it rains.
It's not going to rain. It's hot.
I was told it's going to rain.
No.
Now, farmers, do you know when it's the right time to plant your maize, beans, potatoes, or vegetables? The weather patterns have changed. Sometimes you've planted your seeds and the rains fall short. There is too much of it, or they don't come at all. You really need to know when the rains will begin and when to start planting.
This season, the Shamba Shape Up team will support you to plant according to the rains so you can have a better harvest and better income and more food for the family.
We are starting a competition across the country. All you have to do is guess when the rains will start in one of these counties, and you can win up to 100,000 shillings per county.
The start of the rains will be confirmed in real time using the newest technologies and verified by the CGIAR Center working with Calro.
This is how it works. On your basic phone or smartphone, dial *384 *888 222 hash and follow the USSD instructions. Or you can go to your web browser and type in www.rain.win. Fill in the basic details including name, location, and phone number. Give us your best guess for when you think the rains will start, and done!
You can guess more dates by telling us more about your Shamba and how the weather has been affecting it lately.
We will send you advice on what seeds to plant, when to plant, how to manage your crop, and how to get better weather information in the future. Each county will be awarded 100,000 shillings. You could win it all or share it with other winners in your county. Sign up now and secure your chance to win this momentous prize. Terms and conditions apply.
Thank you.